Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the beautifully complex lives of your favorite Genoa city residents. Today is a captivating day to explore the intricate emotional landscapes of the young and the restless, as we focus on a storyline gripping the hearts of viewers. We are looking at the profoundly moving, highly fragile, and deeply romantic journey of Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott. The stakes have never been higher for this couple as they navigate the terrifying waters of a high-risk pregnancy while desperately clinging to the profound love that binds them together. This is a story of two deeply scarred individuals trying to build a beautiful future amidst the looming shadows of their past tragedies. To truly understand the gravity of the situation between Sally and Billy, one must delve into the devastating historical traumas defining their psychological profiles. Billy Abbott walks through life carrying the unbearable ghost of his daughter, Delia. That tragic accident fractured his soul, leaving him with an ever-present terror of losing another child. Similarly, Sally Spectra bears the invisible scars of losing her precious baby, Ava. That devastating loss instilled a deep vulnerability beneath her fiercely ambitious exterior. When these two broken hearts collided and discovered they were expecting a child together, the joy was immediately linked to a paralyzing fear. Their shared grief has created a unique empathetic bond, transforming this new pregnancy into an emotional minefield where every medical update carries the crushing weight of past catastrophes. The tension reached an excruciating peak during a recent ultrasound appointment that delivered both miraculous and terrifying news. The revelation that Sally is carrying twins initially sent a shockwave of profound joy through the couple, a double blessing seeming to defy the darkness of their pasts. However, that fleeting euphoria was violently shattered when medical professionals delivered a crushing blow. One of the fetuses is showing severe signs of weakness. This diagnosis instantly transformed a period of blissful anticipation into a high-stakes medical crisis. Sally has been placed on strict bed rest to give the fragile twin a fighting chance. This sudden loss of autonomy and the looming threat of an incomplete pregnancy have plunged Sally into a state of deep psychological distress, forcing her to confront the very real possibility that history might cruelly repeat itself. In the wake of this harrowing medical mandate, Billy's reaction has been a tragic study in trauma-induced overcompensation. Terrified beyond rational thought by the prospect of Sally losing another baby, and driven by his unresolved grief over Delia, Billy has essentially transformed into a hyper-vigilant caretaker. He has completely sidelined his demanding corporate responsibilities, choosing instead to maintain a constant vigil by Sally's bedside. While his intentions are rooted in pure love, his execution is driven by pure panic. He monitors her every breath, scrutinizes every meal, and attempts to control every environmental variable to outsmart fate. This obsessive hovering is Billy's tragic attempt to build an impenetrable fortress around the woman he loves. Completely unaware of the psychological toll his anxiety is taking on her fragile state of mind. For Sally, this intense and yielding scrutiny has morphed her sanctuary into a velvet prison. Forced to remain entirely immobile to protect her vulnerable twin, she is already grappling with a profound sense of helplessness. Billy's relentless, anxious energy only exacerbates her internal turmoil. She recognizes the deep love driving his actions, but his constant hovering makes her feel like a broken vessel rather than a capable partner. The physical confinement of strict bed rest, coupled with the emotional suffocation of Billy's hypervigilance, is creating a toxic stress loop that threatens to compromise her health further. Sally is desperate for a sense of normalcy, fighting an exhausting battle to maintain her sanity while managing the overwhelming anxiety of the man who is supposed to be her rock. Recognizing the unsustainable tension building between them, Billy finally orchestrates a desperate pivot, realizing his anxiety is actively harming the woman he cherishes. He makes a conscious, monumental effort to suppress his terror and transform their environment from a clinical prison of worry into a sanctuary of romance. When Sally returns from a grueling medical consultation, she is greeted by a breathtakingly romantic tableau meticulously designed to soothe her shattered nerves. Billy curates an atmosphere of pure warmth, presenting her with a single, flawless rose that symbolizes his unwavering affection. He replaces the sterile reality of their situation with the comforting clink of glasses filled with sparkling apple cider, offering a silent toast to their resilience. This deliberate shift in tone is a profound testament to his emotional intelligence and a desperate bid to remind Sally of their passionate love. The ambience Billy creates is a masterclass in emotional rehabilitation. Utilizing soft lighting, gentle music, and a barrage of sweet, flirtatious gestures, he systematically dismantles the walls of clinical anxiety surrounding them. Every action he takes is infused with a deliberate, calming reassurance, aimed at making Sally feel beautiful, desired, and profoundly safe. He showers her with compliments that have nothing to do with her medical condition and everything to do with her spirit and undeniable allure. This romantic interlude is not merely a distraction, it is a vital psychological intervention. By treating her to this exquisite evening, Billy is actively fighting back against the darkness of their shared fears, proving that their love is strong enough to carve out moments of radiant joy even in the suffocating shadow of a terrifying medical crisis. As the sparkling cider flows and the romantic tension beautifully escalates, the couple seamlessly transitions into a deeply serious, profoundly moving discussion about their future and the fragile lives they are nurturing. Without the harsh glare of a doctor's office, they are finally able to articulate the complex web of emotions they have been harboring. Billy bravely strips away his frantic caretaker persona to reveal the pure, unadulterated excitement that lies beneath his fear. He expresses an overwhelming joy at the prospect of building a family with her, validating the pregnancy as a miraculous gift. For Sally, hearing this unvarnished declaration of excitement is the ultimate balm for her weary soul. She experiences a massive wave of relief, allowing herself to admit that despite the paralyzing anxiety regarding the weak twin, she too is consumed by a fierce, beautiful excitement. This profound emotional breakthrough naturally paves the way for a deeply tender, physical reconnection. The barriers of stress and medical dread dissolve entirely, replaced by a raw, vulnerable intimacy that reaffirms their profound bond. Their lovemaking is described not just as an act of passion, but as a desperate, beautiful affirmation of life and unity in the face of overwhelming odds. It is a moment where they communicate entirely without words, using physical closeness to heal the psychological fractures caused by the high-risk diagnosis. Afterward, as they lay entwined in the quiet sanctuary of their bed, the physical warmth they share serves as a powerful shield against the terrifying uncertainties of tomorrow. This period of cuddling is a sacred pause, a fleeting window of absolute peace where the haunting fears are entirely banished from their shared universe. In the gentle, glowing aftermath of their intimacy, the conversation drifts toward the future in the most tangible way possible by discussing baby names. This seemingly ordinary milestone carries an extraordinary psychological weight for Sally and Billy. By speaking names aloud, they are actively defying the medical statistics and daring to believe in a positive outcome. They are breathing identity and destiny into the two fragile lives, including the weaker twin, refusing to let fear dictate their hope. The process of tossing out names, debating their meanings, and envisioning the personalities attached to them is a deeply therapeutic exercise. It grounds them, transforming the abstract terror of the pregnancy into a concrete, beautiful vision of a bustling, loving household. Every name they consider is a silent prayer, a defiant declaration that they fully intend to bring both children safely into the world. As the evening reaches its emotional zenith, a profound shift occurs within Billy. The culmination of their shared vulnerability, the breathtaking intimacy, and the defiant hope they have just cultivated solidifies a massive resolve within his heart. He realizes that there is no more time to waste, no reason to delay securing the ultimate commitment from the woman who holds his entire world together. The air in the room thickens with a palpable, electric anticipation as Billy begins to deliver a speech of unparalleled sweetness and depth. He pours his entire soul into his words, articulating the journey of their love, the redemption he has found in her eyes, and his absolute, unshakable dedication to standing by her side through every medical crisis. His delivery is a masterpiece of raw emotion, stripping away all of his historical flaws to reveal a man entirely transformed by love. Then comes the moment that stops time entirely. With his heart laid completely bare, Billy reaches for a hidden velvet box, drawing out a breathtakingly beautiful engagement ring that catches the soft light of the room. The sight of the glittering diamond is a visual manifestation of his eternal promise. As he presents the ring and asks Sally to be his wife, the atmosphere is charged with an overwhelming, almost suffocating wave of emotion. Sally is struck by absolute, paralyzing shock. Her eyes widen as she processes the magnitude of the moment, the sheer beauty of the gesture cutting through all of her lingering anxieties. In this suspended second, the world outside their bedroom ceases to exist. There is only Billy, offering his forever, and Sally, overwhelmed by a love so profound it threatens to shatter her heart in the most beautiful way imaginable, leaving her entirely speechless. We have to admit, watching this extraordinary sequence unfold leaves us completely breathless and deeply moved. It is profoundly affecting to witness two characters, who have endured such unimaginable grief and historical trauma, fight so desperately for a sliver of happiness. There is a raw, aching beauty in Billy's frantic need to protect Sally, and an inspiring resilience in Sally's determination to hold on to hope despite the terrifying medical odds stacked against her weaker twin. As observers of their journey, we cannot help but feel a profound sense of protective affection for this couple. Their story transcends typical dramatic tropes, touching on the very real terrors of high-risk pregnancies and the healing power of unconditional love. It is a masterclass in emotional storytelling that grips the soul and refuses to let go, reminding us why we are so deeply invested in these characters. But as the glittering diamond hovers in the space between them, and the silence stretches into an eternity, the ultimate question remains suspended in the air. Will Sally, overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of her high-risk pregnancy and the ghosts of her past, find the courage to say yes to Billy's forever? And even if she accepts his heart, will the fragile twin she carries survive the treacherous medical journey ahead? Or is this beautiful romantic sanctuary destined to be shattered by another unthinkable tragedy? The stakes are life, death, and eternal love, and you absolutely cannot afford to miss a single second of what happens next.